Welcome to another stage analysis video. It is Sunday the 10th of November 2024. Lots to get through as always on the weekend video. We're going to start off this week with a look at some of the week's significant bars, as there was a large amount of significant bars this week and a lot of early stage 2 breakouts as well because of that. So as well as a lot of late stage moves where bars were making exhaustion type candles as well, that you see climactic kind of action. So a bit of a mishmash with some early breakouts in some of the laggards and some later stage moves in some of the stocks that had already moved. So a little bit to go through here with that, and then going to get onto the regular content with the watch this stocks, the market breadth, and the various other bits that we normally go through on the weekend video. So starting off today with Tesla. So this has been in stage 2 now for 19 weeks. So if we come back here, just draw a little structure through here, as you're where it started to move from stage 4 into stage 1, we made the stage 2 breakout. So this is what we call the stage 2A breakout point. So did actually move in and out a little bit, so moved into stage 2 and then dipped back in and out to neutral before making a further continuation recently. So you can see down here on the stages panel, so we've got this new stages panel on the stock pages at the moment. So going to be adding the stages into the screener as well within the coming month, hopefully by the end of the month. So but at the moment on the individual page you can see when it's moving from either stage 1, stage 2, and we've got the various sub stages as well. So you can see from here, started to last 3 weeks it moved back into stage 2 again, and it's now made a continuation. You can see we've had multiple significant bars within the stage 3 week and the last 3 weeks as well, and some increasing volume going into there, and the amount of relative strength has been above the zero line, which is now, you can see the zero line itself, which is the 52-week average of the stock divided by the S&P 500, has actually started to turn up itself as well. So the zero line itself is rising. So at the moment in its strongest position, you can see from a technical attribute score that it's been in since the stage 2 breakout week itself, and before that you can see we haven't been on a SATA 10 since back into 2022 time. Even now you can't see it on this chart, but so in a really strong position. If we look at the group itself, so automobile manufacturers, and it's in the industry of automobiles and consumer discretionary. To start with the sector, consumer discretionary, it's obviously continuing high in what we call stage 2B. It's been in stage 2 for more than 3 quarters here, as you can see, and Tesla's right up near, rising towards the top of the rankings at the moment within the top 10 there. Look down into the sub industry, you can see Tesla's at the top of its sub industry. We can zoom into this a little bit. So if we click on this link at the top here, automobile manufacturers, then that takes you through to the page itself, and then you can see some of the breadth from the group. You can see at the moment the percentage of stocks that are technically strong, so they have a SATA score of 6 or higher, is only at 26% at the moment. So it's not an overly strong group. You can see their list down here, which is listed in order of market cap, so starting with the biggest stocks first. You can see obviously it's a bit of a mishmash with the group. If we change the order, you can see only these 5 stocks at the moment have a technically strong score, whereas the majority actually have a weaker technical attribute score here. So Tesla leading the pack at the moment. You can see from a group perspective here, it's actually just coming out of a stage 3 structure here and attempting to make a stage 2 continuation breakout to new highs. So one thing you might not know with the sub-industry charts here, etc., is you can grab them. If you click on your mouse and hold and then drag, you can go back in time with these. So you can see with automobiles group, it's had a good run through 2020 and 2021. So moved into stage 2, then rolled over. You can see here started to drop off into stage 4, and then finally started to base, and then drifting back out again, and attempted an early move back towards stage 2 before finally moving into stage 2 in May, June 2023 there. So at the moment it's been drifting higher. It's had a decent run, but it has been a choppy one for the automobile manufacturers, with obviously Tesla has been a laggard over the last few years. So its breakout to new highs here is potential benefit for the whole group, as they do tend to track what Tesla is doing a lot of the time. But at the moment not being the case so much in the interim. We've seen some of the other stocks doing the opposite. So we come back into here. General Motors has done well, XPEV has done well, but some of the others that normally run with it, Lee, Neo, etc., haven't yet pushed out. So you can see General Motors here pushing to new highs in what we call stage 2B. You can see XPEV actually making a continuation breakout. So this is one of the Chinese EV stocks. So you can see breaking out into stage 2 back here. So it's had a decent stage 2 run so far. Li Auto attempted to move out into stage 2. Technically was come back into stage 1 at the moment. You can see it's dropped off a little bit of a failed breakout attempt at the moment. Was the 40-week moving average there. It's dropped back below. So it's back into a stage 1 type structure here at the moment. But if it can start to turn back up through here, it could potentially start to regain stage 2, probably back through this kind of area here. So, and again, Neo has pulled back in, attempted to move out into stage 2. So at the moment in stage 2 minus, it's underneath its 50-day moving average here, but still above the major moving averages, the 30-week, and just sitting under the 40-week / 200-day moving average there. So if it can rebound from here, potential for a backup entry point to form in that. So from a group perspective, Tesla is looking okay in terms of showing some improvement. But while it's the strongest in the industry group relative strength rankings at the moment, that is because of the large weighting of Tesla. So as we've seen from the various breadth in the stocks, it's a mixed bag overall. But Tesla at the moment, with the breakout to new highs, see lots of people noting the broader pattern, the massive head and shoulders on a much larger scale here. So it's a little bit extended in the near term here now. So we come back to as the highest close through here. That was your highest close back at this point. So if it does come back in, generally don't want to see it coming back down past that point ideally, especially not below the low of the significant bar here. So if it does give all of that back, then that would be a major sign of weakness. So any kind of pullback consolidation with a significant bar like this on heavy volume, we generally only want to see it come back around the midpoint, consolidate in that area. Okay. Let's move on to some of the others. There's quite a few. That was quite a long one for me in 7 minutes, but just wanted to go through some of the stage analysis processes that we look at. I'll buzz through these a bit quicker now. So LUMN making a continuation breakout to new highs here. You can see breaking out through this area again. It's been in the watch list multiple times of late. Where are we? Daily log up here. So it's been in the watch list a lot through that as it's been consolidating through here, and then started to push out to new highs again. If we look IONQ, this has also done really well since its stage 2 breakout week here. So I did highlight this and talk about this on a video at the time. So you can see from this actually making an exceptional move. You see the increasing volume all the way as it's pushed out even to new highs here. So potentially with the heavy volume and the significant bar to push to new highs here, this is a little bit of a climactic move in the near term. It's going to be quite extended at this point. So if we come back to a daily chart and get the ATR levels, you can see it's getting above its +3 ATR level in the near term. So very extended in the near term, some heavy volume in there. So be looking for some consolidation in this one and some kind of pullback, but doesn't come too far back. With these two bars again, you don't want to see it come back below these two bars, particularly if it does pull back, as that would be a sign of weakness. There's a lot of volume in here, so it would take a lot to overcome that. So any kind of pullback, we're looking for somewhere in the mid-range, maybe into the low 20s there. So let's come back. Upstart, another one that's been in the watch list since starting to move back out into stage 2 again. So it was highlighted as it moved into stage 2 back in this point here. I think it was an earnings move overnight when it started to move out. You can see it's had an exceptionally good run so far. Again, significant bar to push it out to new highs here. So again, potentially a little bit extended in the near term now, well above its +3 ATR level here. So outside of its normal range. So we come back just on a daily chart. You can see how extended it is on the daily there. Big heavy volume on that. So once more, generally don't want to see it come back below this significant bar on any kind of consolidation or pullback. So it'd be good to see how that develops in the coming weeks now. So